Hello everyone, for today's magic tutorial, I thought it'd be different to change things up. I normally do a lot of card tricks on this channel, but some people have been asking for some mathematical magic tricks, and so I'm going to show one today. Now I have a deck of cards here, but I removed all the face cards, the tens, and the aces, just so I can get random 4 numbers for this. And usually in this trick, you'll have a spectator either just give you the number, or you can utilize a somewhat empty deck of cards, for this trick. And since I don't have a spectator here, I'm going to use this to generate my random numbers that are needed for this effect. Okay, so now you'll have a spectator give you a 4-digit number, and it can be any 4-digit number they want. And so since we'll just use the cards, we'll just pick randomly 4 cards here like that. Okay, so we'll use 7,756 as the first 4-digit random number. Okay, now I'm going to make a prediction of what the outcome will be. Okay, so I will write down out of your view what I think the number will be at the end of this trick. Okay, so I'm going to write my prediction, and I'll put it in this prediction piece of paper here. Okay, there's a prediction written on this piece of paper. So I'll fold that up and just leave this right here. Okay, now you're going to have you have the first spectator, or you can have 4 spectators, each give you 1 digit to make up a 4-digit number. So that's just a random number. Now you have, if you have 4 different spectators, each one can give you another, random number, or 3 spectators and give you a random number. So we'll ask the second spectator, or, even the same spectator, just to give you another random number. And let's say they give you this number here. Okay, so 2683. So you write down 2683. Let's say they gave you that number. Now the magician can now write down another number, okay, below that, and now have another spectator give you another 4-digit random number. And we can even shuffle these cards just to show you that it is completely random. And let's say they gave you this 7595. Okay, so that's the next random number. So 7595. And now the magician will write down another random number that the magician wants, just like that. Okay, now if you add all these numbers up, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 random 4-digit numbers. Let me get rid of the cards here, place them aside. Let me add these up. Now I don't have a calculator, so I use my head. So 9, 15, 20, 24, okay, 2, so 7, 15, 16, 25 here, 2, 9, 15, 18, 23, 27, 2, 9, 10, 11, 18, 25, 27. So I get the number 27,754 as the sum of these numbers. And look at this in my prediction that I wrote down before the trick started. Wouldn't that be amazing if my number matches what all these 5 numbers total up? 27,754. Okay, and that's magical addition. Now, before I show you how to do it, please, as always, like and subscribe to this channel and this video. I really appreciate it. I'd also like to give a shout out to my channel members. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're looking to support this channel through YouTube, you can do it through the membership links that are provided through YouTube below. Also, visit thebestmagicshop.com for some awesome magic tricks and gimmicks. You can also sign up for a newsletter to be notified of new tricks, discounts, and more. All at thebestmagicshop.com. All right, magical addition to the tutorial. Now, if you just want to look like a math whiz or whatever, you can do this. It's really easy to do, and you don't really have to be that good at math to do this. Okay, so now we have this prediction. I'm just going to scratch it out just to show you how to do this trick. So when you start the trick, you're going to ask for, a random 4-digit number, and it's any 4-digit number that the spectators want to give you, and you can be creative on how you want to do this. If this is just kind of show filler or whatever, if you have a whiteboard, you can do it, on like in a parlor or stage setting, doesn't matter, okay? Or you can do it close up as well. So just have a spectator give you a random 4-digit number, and since I don't have a spectator, we'll just use the cards here. So we've got 5, 7, 3, and 5, okay? So 5, 7, 3, 5, that's your first number. 5, 7, 3, 5. Now you're gonna write your prediction. Now on your prediction, what you're gonna do is you're gonna subtract 2 from these two numbers, okay? So 35 minus 2 is 33. Those are gonna be your last 2 digits, okay? The next 2 digits are gonna be 7 and 5, 7, okay? Just like you have here on this 4-digit number. It's this number, and then these minus 2, okay? And then you're just gonna add a 2 in front of the number. So your prediction is going to be 2, these two numbers, 5, 7, okay, and then 2 minus these last 2 digits, so it's 33. So that's your prediction. So 25,733 is your prediction. Now you take your prediction, fold it up, put it on the table, okay? Have it in plain sight the whole time after the first number. Now the second number, it's completely random, so you're gonna have another spectator or the same spectator can give you another 4-digit number. So this is where the magic comes in, or just math actually. So let's say the second digit, the second number that they give you is 2686. So you write that down, 2686. Now the magician is going to write down the next number, and what you're going to do is going to write down a number so you get the sum of 9 for each digit. So my first digit here, since this is 2, I'm going to write a 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So this is 6. I'm going to write a 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 8, so this is going to be a 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, and then 6 plus 3 is 9. So my next digit that I'm going to write is 7313. Now you're going to ask for another 4-digit number from either the same spectator or another spectator, and let's say we come up with 9926, okay? 9926, which is kind of an odd number, and then you're just going to write down 0073 as your next 4-digit number, okay? Because this is going to add up to 9, this is going to add up to 9, this is going to add up to 9, this is going to add up to 9. So you can just say my 4-digit number is 0073 if you want. Now the probability, and I'm just doing this because you're going to ask, well, what do they pick 9 for their first number? Is probably 0. If you just ask them for a random number, they're gonna choose something like the 2686 or a number with a digit in front of it besides 9. But if they do pick 9926, you say I'm gonna write down 0073. Okay, and then you're gonna ask, and then now once you've done this and you've written down your numbers, you add them all up. Okay, so we've got 5 plus 6, that's 11, plus 3 is 14, 23, 3. Put the 2 back on top, and you can use a calculator for this. 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 7 is 23, 2, okay? 9, 15, 18, 18, 19, 27, okay? 2, and then 5, 7, 9, 16, and this one's 25. So you add these up, 25,733, and boom, there's your prediction, 25,733. So all you're doing is adding, right, 9,999, because you're adding, making these to add up to 9,999, 9,999. You're adding those two numbers to this initial 4-digit number that you get up, and then you'll always just add a 2 in front, subtract 2 from that, because it's basically 20,000 minus 2, so that's why you get the minus 2 on these 2 digits, and you'll end up with the prediction every single time, okay? Now that's mathematical addition. It's just kind of a numbers magic trick. Some people might get it if they're good in math, if they're really good at math. Others just don't really care because a lot of people just don't like math, but this will make it look like a math whiz, and your prediction will always match the sum of the 5 4-digit numbers that they come up with, okay? Now, I hope you enjoy it, and if you like and subscribe to this video, I appreciate it, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and until next time.